Hi, welcome to another installment of Syncopation Interpretation using hand techniques. Excuse me. Today we're talking about 16th note FLAM taps. This is a great idea, I think. Access this page, 16th note FLAM taps, in your syncopation book. I hope you know that a FLAM tap is flam right, flam left, flam. It's like a double stroke roll with a flam at the front. Flam right, flam left, flam right. Play your flams either open or flat flams, which are really good when you separate them. All the flam ideas are especially fertile, I think, because when you separate them, you get instant polyrhythms and a lot of rhythms you didn't plan on that just spring out from the melody almost miraculously. So looking at our page here, the concept is you're playing 16th notes and the melody becomes a flam tap. Like every note in the melody becomes a flam tap. You don't have to flam tap on every note. I think in other videos we talk about rhythms inside rhythms. For instance, taking the very first one, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the basic idea is to play 16th notes, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, but every one of those melody notes is a flam tap. 1E and then hand to hand until the next accent. 1E and a 2E and a 3E. 4E, flam tap, 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 flam tap. That is very cool because if you were to play that again, it actually reverses hands. Then it starts on the left side. If you were to separate that, you get some very interesting counter rhythms. 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4. If I put my left hand away, just check out the right hand rhythm. 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4. Fairly interesting, really. And seemingly very complicated. Just hearing that together, that's a fairly complicated sticking, especially when I play a little faster. A lot going on there for sure. But you don't have to play every single melody note as a flam tap. I think in a previous lesson we talked about rhythm inside rhythm. That particular rhythm, 1 and 3, 4, you could play a flam tap, for instance, on all the quarter notes, on or off the beat. 1E and 3, 4, 1E flam tap and flam tap. Flam tap. You might play all the notes that are on the beats as flam taps. So 1 and 3, 4. You might play just the off beats as flam taps. 1E and 3, 4. 1E and 3, 4. They're all different. You could play the short notes, the eighth notes as flam taps. 1E and a 3. 4, 1E and 3, 4. So some possibilities would be, once again, the quarter note counts that are on the beat, counts that are off the beat, the shorter sounding notes, the longer sounding notes, or the notes that aren't up there. For instance, on that rhythm, the count of 2 the count of and after 3 and the count of and after 4 aren't in the actual melody, so you might make them your FLAM tap. Like 1E and a FLAM tap and a 3 FLAM tap, 4 FLAM tap. So a lot of possibilities, at least 4 or 5 with every rhythm on this page. So here's number 1 again. FLAM taps. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. And of course, separate. 1E and that rhythm separated for 2 measures is pretty interesting. You could also long meter it. Instead of 16th notes, they could become 8th notes, and you could swing them. Like that same rhythm right there could be a very convoluted jazz ride kind of feeling. 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4. The second melody, if I was playing right through the line, would start with the left hand. FLAM tap, and FLAM tap, and. If I started with the right hand, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a. That's a nice one because it does not shift hands. 1E, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 1. A lot going on there for sure. Third measure, 1E and a 2E and a FLAM tap, and 1E and a 2E and a FLAM tap. And the last measure, 1E and 3, FLAM tap, 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 FLAM tap. The whole line. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a. The whole line separated. Very interesting. 1E and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 3. And of course, like I always say, you could take any one of these rhythms and make it into an odd meter. For instance, let's say the second measure. If I throw a quarter note in at the end, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 5E and a 1, 2, and 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 5E. So a lot of possibilities. So I'll play down the page a little bit. Some other possibilities, by the way, if it switches hands, for instance, the first one is 1E and 3, 4. The next measure naturally starts on the left hand, but you don't have to do that. You could go back to the right hand anyway to make it a one measure phrase. 1 and 3, 4, and then just start again with the right. 1 and. lot of interesting ideas inherent in this concept. Okay, I'll play down the page a little bit. Let's try a little background here. Try a little slower. Try 80 beats a minute. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 1E and a 2E and a, from the top. 3. 4. etc., etc. And like I always say, that's a lot of stickings. I mean, to play through that whole page with that technique would be pretty daunting to read that, but to create it because you know the idea is actually fairly easy. Let's crank it up a little bit. Here's 92. I'll play the top line separated. Again, 1 and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 3, 1 and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, and. Okay, a lot of cool possibilities. That is the first idea with a FLAM tap. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time with some other interesting ideas.